Hello, boys and girls. Long time no see. Short time no see. Doesn't matter. Today we're gonna have a little shorty one about the game worth your attention. So the game called Eternights, and I knew there was something special about the Eternights when it was announced way back in 2022 at the PlayStation State of Play event. Do you remember that? While it contains many elements and themes that are reminiscent of Atlas Persona series, this project seems to stand out its own unique way. Now, as the game is finally releasing soon, I can confidently say that the long wait was well worth it. If you don't know already, Ether Sim is a dating sim and a hack and slash action roleplay game all in one. So, you take the role of a young man just trying to find a girlfriend after being unsuccessful on some online dating apps. Not long after, your best friends and roommate Chani enhances your profile and starts the swiping game on your behalf. A bizarre drug known as Eternights starts to mutate humans into zombie-like creatures. Now it's up to you and friend to seek shelter and maybe score a date along the way. After all, falling in love and saving the world from impending doom go hand in hand, right? So, as you escape the underground bunker, you run into another survivor, a K-pop star known as Yuna, who is looking for her lost friend Jisco or Jizo. The three of them and you form the initial teams of heroes before even the stranger events start to unfold. At this moment, none of your any powers, so you have to rely on stealth to get around the ghastly creatures. Eternights employs some immersive stealth and chase sequences before your arm gets suddenly cut off and transformed into the magical blade. A mysterious woman voice from a flying drone promises to explain everything, but the team must make it onto a safe train first before she can explain. The narrative starts off a bit slow, setting up the context and characters before introducing you gradually to its complex set of game mechanics. Let's talk about the dialogue and the updating aspects of the first. So the gameplay is a bit broken down into the calendar days, with a day a night cycle. You can choose what do you want to do during this time. But there is a time before a major event needs to be addressed. Much like Persona, you can form and deepen bonds with all of your friends throughout, either spending the time with them or choosing certain dialogue options. In fact, in order to unlock the true ending, you need to max out your bond with at least one character. While there is no game plus, the replay value lies in getting the different ending based on your choices throughout the game. Deepening your bond with a particular character allows the specific skill character to the character to unlock. For example, Chinese skill tree can increase your base hit while Yuna's skill tree allows for her heal you in the battle. You can increase your bond with a character in more ways than just conversing with them. Eternights has implemented several minigames to partake in when you spend time with your friends, such as breathing experience game with Yuma. As you complete those activities, you earn two types of currency, white and black essence. White is used to unlock the relationship-related skills, where the black is used to unlock skills specific to you. Certain abilities are even locked behind you, reaching a particular bond level with a particular character. Several personality traits can be leveled up depending on which responses you choose. These include expression, confidence, acceptance, and courage. These directly correspond to your character stats such as attack and defense and nice attention to the detail. I noticed is that one of the characters can get jealous or even angry depending on how you act. I was trying super hard to flirt with Yuna in the beginning, always choosing the response that would earn brownie points for her. And I could see Chanti getting upset, throwing out passive-aggressive remarks, and just being an overly difficult friend. It's nice to see these characters being grounded and realistic rather than stereotypical, idealistic video game characters. Every single character you met contains incredible emotional, deep, and heartfelt backstory. I would be lying if I said I wasn't invested in all the cast members in Eternights. That's how great writing is. There's a total of 5 characters that join your party, but I won't spoil the rest so you can experience it to yourself. You can also romance characters by choosing fallacious remarks or compelling them. Some people might not appreciate the instance of fan service and prevent jokes that get thrown around, but I found it to be quite amusing, as the game knows when to not take itself too seriously. For example, there will be a false sequences with a certain character landing on you and touching your private part. There is then same dialogue with the option you choose, but you are still touching it. The other half of gameplay is hack a slash action potion, which is actually quite more complex than I had initially thought. Many times you find yourself in rooms filled with multiple enemies or even a gigantic boss encounter. Sadly, I found myself and many of the boss battles to be quite bland, so myself is not interesting for it. For some reason, the enemies are only interested in you as they won't attack your friends, obviously. For basics, you have a light attack with your sword arm, mapped to the square button, a dodge roll, mapped to the X button. This took some getting used to, considering most of the action games I ever played having attack to map to R1 and dodging map to circle. Eternights puts extra emphasis on perfect dodging, which slows down time for you to get a flurry of attacks that grant you extra final blow move. Straighten an enemy enough and you can perform a death blow attack that deals a massive damage. As you land attack, a gauge starts to fill up, which then enables you to perform special skills with your party members, even party member while at different elements such as unit being the fire type. This is the main crux of combat, as many harder enemies are shielded with a particular elemental shield that you must break with the corresponding counter element before you do damage to them. Using this ability puts you in a quick time event where you must either mash the square button or time it correctly. I found combat to be slick, smooth, and balanced. Note that you can only heal through Yuna's special skill, which expands a mana bar that can be refilled during the combat. There is another mana type bar for your own special skills that you unlock in your own skill tree, such as quick launch forward or summoning special blazes around yourself. Studio Sai even decided to add a bit more variety into the gameplay with the inclusion of puzzles and even platforming sections. Puzzles are usually quite simple and only require a bit of critical thinking to figure it out. I say platforming because they are not really platforming but rather little nightmares, as the camera angle suddenly turns to 2D side-scrolling affairs as you traversing throughout the obstacles while avoiding being spotted by monsters. These are nicely springed in that variety of passive gameplay. Unfortunately, the same cannot be said about the level design and dungeon exploration. Levels are quite linear, with very little to explore. There's no gear or loot to find. For an indie studio, debut title Eternights looks absolutely stunning. The well-constructed environment encapsulates the post-apocalyptic vibe perfectly, and all character modes are well-designed and expressive. Despite being built with the Unity engine, the game's overall visuals are quite impressive for a project of this budget. That being said, many shades of the same colors are reused and can come off as blurry and mute, but that just could be a style preference. The entire game is permeated with some combination of purple, red, and black of all themes. One thing I wasn't a big fan of what was the calendar system shifting days, as the animation are too slow and happen way too often. So that's too annoying. I wish there was an option to skip it. So, I was surprised to see the most of the dialogue in this game voice acted, and it's a plenty decent on the matter of fact. Eternights offers voice options in Korean, English, and Japanese, with a text option in several more languages. Most of them of this naturally filled with occasional anime sequence grunts and noises just to reading tons of text bubbles, which can get quite tiresome for after time. The cherry on top is you are also occasionally treated to a fully animated cutscene that you only expect to see in anime. Performance-wise, Eternights fares quite well on the PlayStation 5. Load times are super fast and I never noticed a dip into the frame rates. The user interface and heads-up display are pretty intuitive and basic, but you can bit stiff and unresponsible with navigating them. There's also no way to confirm that you successfully changed some setting options, so you're going to have to double check that change actually went through. Usually the circle button on the PlayStation is used to get back or cancel things, but this game has functionally mapped to the start button, which can getting used to. It's amazing to see a passionate debut title from the studio side. Eternights elegantly blends in addicting and engaging action combat with the dating mechanics while providing a beautiful visuals and excellent voice acting. I can't wait to see what's next for this small team of developers. So, thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment and subscribe. Bye!